Hi, everyone. Welcome back to 12 Days of Genuine Connection, sparked by the holidays. I have two special guests with me today. I have Dia and I have little Lily, my youngest, here because she wanted to come share what she knows a little bit about mindfulness. So, we're looking at mindfulness today because with the holidays, we get so much into a rush and we forget to take it slow and take some of that stuff in. So, we want to look at being more present and in the moment and identifying where we're at in that moment. So I want to start with Lily because what do we do? I know we haven't necessarily done it lately as much. But what do we do in the mornings with our feelings? Just tell us before I show them. What do we do?
We choose one that we are feeling.
So we've come across this chart by Mark Brackett. It's from Permission to Feel. And so there's 4 quadrants on here to identify our feelings. So we get past just happy, mad, and sad, but we can identify the red zone, which is your high energy but low pleasant, and then your low energy, low pleasant is your blue. Over here, we have your low pleasant but high energy, and then high energy, high pleasant. And so where are you at, Lily, right now? So she pointed to playful. So she's a little playful right now, helping us with this video. Was kind of excited to come on, but a little nervous, right? And I'm going to keep going in and out just because we're using the immersion view. But so there are some kid versions for this, and I went through trying to find one. I have not made one myself, but I found just going straight to this one and starting to just take that moment to identify where you're at and then figure out what you need to go from there. Dia's going to tell us a little bit more about mindfulness.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me, by the way. So I'll just start out by kind of speaking to what mindfulness means to me. To me, it means kind of living your life more in the present moment, slowing down and learning to focus your attention on one task at a time, which is kind of hard for a lot of us, especially during the holidays when so much is going on. So rather than being kind of like out of it, or scatterbrained, it's really like slowing down, doing one thing at a time, and putting more intention into everything you do. And also being a little bit more selective about what you decide to do with your time so that you can slow down and just, have one thing at a time to do at a slower, more reasonable pace. And that way you can kind of bring more to the table.
Love that. Yeah. What did you want to tell us about your mornings, Lily? What do you do before you go to school?
Meditation.
What do you do for meditation?
Close your eyes.
What does it help you do, though? When you're doing meditation, what does it help you do?
It helps you get calm.
It helps you get calm?
So if you're angry, you'll probably go to calm.
Good idea. What else do we do before you leave the house every morning?
Our feeling.
Our feeling? But what about those affirmations we've been doing? What's your favorite affirmation?
I believe in.
And so why do you believe in yourself?
I don't really know.
Well, generally in the mornings, a lot of times she will say, I believe in myself. But then she will also tell us what she wants to do that. So yesterday you said you believe in yourself and you want to do what on the monkey bars?
Into the second spinning monkey bar.
So sometimes it's just identifying something small that we want to accomplish and working towards that. Like a goal. Yeah. Was that your goal today? Yesterday, I mean. And you accomplished it, you told me when you came home. So I think a lot of times with mindfulness, it's setting ourselves up with that intention, like just what do we want to do with our day, especially during the holidays? Because it's so easy just to say, oh, I have all these things I need to do, or, all this stuff. But make sure that you're setting that intention to do what you want to do, and something that sparks you, and that picks one thing a day.
And I think it's also, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, implementing mindfulness and doing that kind of one thing at a time, it usually leads to better results of whatever you're doing. The end result is usually, you can kind of take better control of the narrative of your day, if you will. And you can learn to focus on what really needs to be done and done thoroughly. And while you're doing that, instead of kind of being everywhere at once, you're centered and kind of putting one foot in front of the other and very present while you're doing it all. So to me, it's just really beneficial to stay less stressed and to actually be more productive once you get the hang of it.
Now, mindfulness, I know sometimes seems like this big word, and there's so many different ways to do it. I know that you were, before we were chatting, that you had all these different types of ways that we could do mindfulness. If you want to share some of those with us.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I love about mindfulness is that anyone can really practice it, which we've already seen with, how old are you, Lily?
6.
Yeah. So, Lily is 6 and already doing affirmations and identifying and her emotions. So anyone can practice it, from someone who is in their 90s to, I'm in my 30s. I mean, any age and any area of life, and kind of any capacity you decide. So you can kind of start small with something 5 minutes a day, whether it's just a 5-minute meditation or taking time to cook a healthy meal and develop a healthy lifestyle. Journaling is something that's really simple, and it really, a lot of people say once you sit down and do it, it really helps. So you can also go bigger scale, like you can become a yogi and like do yoga every single day and, embrace stuff like that. Or, I'm an energy healer. So sometimes people take up energy healing and spiritual work to embrace mindfulness too. So there's such a big spectrum of what you can do, and really anyone can do it. So
You gave such a great list, and sometimes that might seem overwhelming. So, but so what I want you to do, those of you listening, is as she gave that list, even if you need to go back and rewind, listen to that list. And which one of those things are like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. That's the one you start with, and that's where you start. Like, we don't need to like do all things. Like, let's do baby steps and move towards that and start to make those small habits. So I really suggest rewinding and listening to that list again, and then just like, which one just spoke to me? Because if you listen and you're still and you listen for what your gut's telling you, go with it. And that's how we really start to be more mindful, is figure out what works for us, because there are so many ways to do it, but you want the way that's going to help you.
Yeah, we're all different. So and another one I will mention, if you want to start small or don't know where to start, just being aware of your breath. And it doesn't even have to be during a meditation, but just moment to moment. We usually don't think about our breathing, but just try to think about, like, throughout your day, regardless if you're working out or cooking or just relaxing in bed, just being aware that you're breathing really like a little bit deeper in and out. Just like that little small shift can really help you slow down and focus and kind of help you stay grounded and relaxed.
You got Lily taking deep breaths right now. How do you feel? Did it help you feel better? Yeah. She's pointing to moving herself on the spectrum to calm now. It's getting closer to bedtime, so we got to get out of the high energy, right? Get a little bit calm for bedtime.
Yeah.
So the
So
other
breath
thing
work and being aware of our breath is really helpful.
The other way is with busy moms is to get a little bit more mindful, and not just with holidays, but as you can see, we're both wearing our Taekwondo uniforms, because I thought one of the easier ways is I'm going to go to these activities with them. I might find one that I want to do with them. And so one that we came up with was doing Taekwondo, and we can do the routines and the forms and practice together as part of exercise, part of mindfulness. And so sometimes it's finding ones you can do with the kids that helps you out with that.
I love that
well.
idea. Yeah.
Because for a year, my 2 older ones did it. And then I sat on the bench, like playing my phone or kind of just watching them.
I didn't know that. That's okay.
And then it was when Lily started, my youngest, that we start with them because the other 2 were doing it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to join them and do this with them. And it's been great. And
great. I love that.
So I've been enjoying just being able to go with them. Do you like Taekwondo, Lily? Kind of. We just switched formats a little bit, so she's missing her games a little bit. But just a suggestion to find ways to do those activities with your kids rather than just being there watching them, and get a little bit interactive with them.
Yeah, because that way you can be more present together.
But for the holidays, let's stick to going back, rewind, listen to that list again, and just do one thing. If it's even just journaling where you're at in the morning, and see one thing that you want to do today that brings you joy. And just start with one small thing. The season's upon us. Let's enjoy it with our kids and with our families. So I want to thank you, Dia, for joining us. And
Yeah,
thank you, Lily,
absolutely. Thank you for having me.
thank you, Lily, for sitting with us and joining us. So I want to thank everyone for joining us for the 12 days of genuine connection as I disappear because we keep being away from each other. And I want to invite you to watch the rest of them and also to come. There'll be 2 times listed above. Come join us for Women's Circle and take some time to give yourself that time. And it's only an hour. And it's a time to connect with other moms and other women. It's open to anyone. And we just want to bring that mindfulness back to the holidays and give ourselves a chance to practice together, because it's really about the practice and it's about being with each other and making those connections that helps us be more in the present. So thank you, Dia. Thank you, Lily. And we'll see you tomorrow for day 10. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
You say happy holidays too?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Happy holidays.